Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Panty Nectar podcast, your host, Panty Nectar.
Thank you. Hello, hello. I hope that everyone listening is having a great day today. We are on episode 54 currently.
54.
Isn't that
That's
crazy?
right.
54. We have some fun topics planned today. I did a poll on Instagram recently and got some input and feedback from some fans on there. And, people want to hear about feet.
Ooh.
Some more.
Yes.
And I think we're going to talk a little bit about hygiene today, more along the lines of shaving.
Yes.
I recently did a video for my rebill on OnlyFans, those people, and it was a shower video, and I've never done one like that, but I just did my whole shower routine. So it's like not really there's a little bit of play in it, but it was mostly just me going through my routine, going through my shaving routine, and like people actually had some really crazy good feedback from that. So who would have thought?
Yeah, well, Panty Nectar, first of all, thank you for having me on the 54th episode of your podcast. I noticed that you always get a lot of feedback on your pussy, especially.
Yeah.
A lot of people think you wax because it's always so smooth.
Nope.
But you don't. You shave.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you keep such a smooth and bump-free appearance?
So it, doesn't always work out that way. Of course, I can't stop looking at my nipples in the screen though. I'm so cold in here. It is freezing.
Yeah, Panty Nectar's over here wearing a little tank top. That's what kind of style is that?
I would call it like a crop. It's like a crop tank, but it's ribbed.
And it's skin tight. It's skin tight. So her little nipple, it's kind of cold in here. So her little nipples are, yeah, I have like on a sweater in here.
Exactly. Freezing. No, I worked out this morning, got a great workout. So blood's pumping a little bit, feeling good. But as far as shaving routine, it doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes you get razor burn. It happens. For the most part, like if you just take your time and make sure that whatever you're shaving, you're holding the skin so that the skin doesn't all come with the razor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hold it all still and go. Y'all see the videos. It's a pretty good shave. So I don't know. It's just quicker for me. I don't really have, I feel like I don't really have the time to go to a place, get waxed, do that whole, I just want to shave real quick in my shower,
Have you ever done a Brazilian wax?
I haven't. No, I haven't. But
I've heard a lot of talk about that.
Yeah, I've heard stories from people.
It's like, getting it done, of course, it's nice, but it's like getting it done, I could imagine would hurt like a motherfucker.
Yeah, and I think I've heard that they do the same stuff, like they hold when they rip so that it doesn't yank with it. You know what I mean?
I can't imagine having that job. Going to work every day and fucking spreading people's ass cheeks.
Man.
Pouring hot wax in there. And,
I feel like if you were kind of like OCD and we're really into the removal of the hair and stuff, you could really get into, I understand how that could be satisfying.
No, 100%. And I think the people that do it are probably, I'm sure there's many people that are passionate about it. They get every little fucking hair out of there.
Yeah, dude. I feel like, okay, so I've also heard that it lasts longer. So shaving, I got to shave every couple of days.
Yeah.
Or what it feels like.
So how often do you shave? Because, it's not, so you don't really have a set timeline or anything.
No, but I just right now, since it's so cold, every other day just about is how often you're shaving, every 2 days, 3 days.
So why is it because it's cold?
Because you get goosebumps and that makes your hair grow faster. And so I hate feeling like people always ask if I grow my hair out and stuff. I'm like, oh, I hate that feeling. I just don't like it. So the second my stuff gets even a little bit, I'm like, nope, see ya. Gotta go.
Like when we're laying in bed, I kind of poke fun at you a little bit and say
A little bit. A little bit.
I say the cactus are rubbing up against me on my leg.
But I don't. You feel like me personally, I feel like I feel so much cleaner when my legs are like shaven, when everything's like clean shaven. I just feel cleaner. So I don't know. I just prefer keeping everything shaved.
Yeah, well, you're usually always smooth. So, and I think people that have seen our content and seen you especially understand that you always have. You get the question asked a lot. I've seen it in your comments. Panty Nectar, will you ever grow a bush? Mm-hmm. What's the answer to that?
No, probably not. No, and like that's that whole. It's funny when I post certain videos and like maybe I haven't shaved in a few days and I notice that I'm like, oh my gosh, like I need to shave. People are gonna like, they're gonna like poke fun at it, but then I'm like, people fucking love it. People love everything that you do, no matter what.
I think maybe because there's a ton of people that want you to grow a bush. You know that, right?
Yes. I don't. It's so hard for me to get past that like itching feeling. You know what I mean? When it grows out.
Well, what about maybe for a special occasion you just let it grow a little bit sometime and to celebrate? Maybe it's like I see you thinking right now. You're like, I can't think of an occasion that special.
If I get some incredible feedback from this podcast and people are like, please just do it, then I would maybe consider doing it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, here we go. You heard it here, folks. Panty Nectar said she will grow a bush if you give good feedback to this podcast.
Everyone's like, that's all it takes.
Yeah. So I think maybe like No Shave November or something.
Oh, yeah, but that's a whole year from now. It feels like.
Well, it kind of is.
Right?
But it's like we always, it's a year's only fucking 12 months, so we can always loop back to the...
True.
Or you could come up with like your own no shave holiday. Kind of like Amazon did, how they have like Prime Day. Prime Day's in the middle of like July, so it's like, isn't it July or June? I think it's July.
I think.
It's like, of course, in between, it's the halfway point really to Christmas, nearly. And so I'm sure, of course, they did that because to boost the sales when, the holiday season isn't going on. So they need a little pump into their business.
Well, it works.
So maybe you could start like a no shave fucking panty nectar
holiday.
Or,
oh my
like
gosh.
a week.
Let's do that. Let's organize that and plan that, and everyone does it.
So show your armpits here on camera so that people love, if you're watching right now, that Panty Nectar's armpits are always very smooth too. Dang, you did get a little pump this morning. I'm feeling your arms and it's like, dang, strong. So Panty Nectar always has real smooth armpits. People love your armpits.
Yeah. For the most part.
So what is it? What do you think it is about the armpits that people love so much?
There's different things. I think that the shape of the armpit, like where it leads, I think turns people on. The hair turns people on. And the smell.
And to that point, the hair aspect of it. There's a lot of people, and I've noticed like a lot of people on a lot of chicks on like Reddit and Twitter. I don't know, maybe if it's just that I'm paying attention to these things, or if it's actually really true. But it seems like there's more women now that just like don't shave their armpits.
Yeah.
And not like, oh, I let it grow out a little bit. They're just like, no, fuck it. I'm just
braid that shit.
Growing it completely out.
Oh, that's
and it's like
pretty gnarly.
Like I used to see that like in like like more of like the hippie chicks. That was just kind of like the culture there that they just they kind of didn't do that. And now it's like. Now it's kind of just become more of a mainstream thing. It's still kind of an alt movement, it seems. But it just, I don't know, maybe I'm
what would
just
you do?
Delusional, but it just seems to be that there's more like just regular chicks growing armpit hair out.
What would you do if I just had like straight up braided armpit hair?
I don't know. It's kind of like, it's different. It's definitely not a turn on to me. It's different, but I'm not in a weird way, I'm not like adamantly against it. I would probably look at yours and be like, wait a second, that kind of looks like mine, and be like, that's just kind of weird. But no, I don't think I would be turned off by it.
Do you, how often do you shave, Mr. B?
That is a good question too. It's kind of like when I just look down at my dick and I'm like,
that's how I feel when I'm like, oh, we got to take care of this. We just got to do it. That's how I feel. Yeah.
And it's like truthfully, like I would love to be able to shave every day. Just like, like right now, I've had a beard I did. I don't anymore. I'm more clean shaven now, though I haven't shaved. If you're watching, you're like, hey, dude, you haven't shaved in a few days yet. But I had a beard for, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 years, but when I was in the Marine Corps, you had to shave every day, and I hated it. Or in the military in general, you're supposed to shave every day, and I feel
like that would hurt.
That is, especially on your face. Like it seemed to be like some people it didn't bother as much, but for the most part, like everybody had like fucking just sensitive skin issues with their face, and to where a lot of people they wouldn't use an actual like razor. They would use like a electric razor type thing, but it wouldn't get as close, but I guess it would still do the trick. So I don't like shaving all the time because I kind of have, just sensitive skin, I guess, or maybe I'm a big pussy. I don't know, but that shit kind of hurts if you do it every day or 2 or 3 days.
I don't know.
So I'd probably say that I don't know, maybe like every 5 to 7 days, maybe once a week. I would say something like that.
Yeah,
but
that sounds like how often I wash my hair.
But yeah, like I used to use the Wall makes a WAHL. They make a really good electric. It's like a hair trimmer, but it's like a beard trimmer. It's all metal, and I've had no bullshit. I've had probably like 5 different trimmers of the same type, and people are probably like, "Well, if it's so good, why have you had 5?"
Yeah.
That's because I lose them, or one time one got wet, and they're not waterproof at all, so it just burnt out. But I used to use that because I would put it like on a 1 and like a guard, and that would go pretty close. But now it's like, and I did not use a razor with shaving cream. I tried, but I couldn't, it's like I just get razor burn or just like fucking cut my dick.
I feel like I never use shaving cream or anything like that.
You don't use shaving cream?
No, because
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No,
I don't, because I feel like it doesn't do anything. I don't know. I feel like it doesn't add an extra like layer of moisturizing or
I
capability to shave.
I think your shit's already moisturized enough.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't need it. Yeah. No, I that people actually ask for recommendations, and I'm like, I honestly have no idea because I don't use it. I don't.
Yeah.
Use shaving cream.
Yeah, so now I do use shaving cream. Like there's no way I would not use shaving cream. Like I would fucking
makes that big. You think it makes that big of a difference?
Oh, entirely. For me at least.
But you guys have good razors. You guys have we use men razors because they're great razors.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was that look for?
Because I had a friend that he used to use Venus razors on his face because he had the exact opposite thought.
That's
and
interesting.
I agree with you, but he was always like, how like women's legs are always really smooth? And I was like, yeah. He goes, well, it's because the razors. So I use women's razors now. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Some of them are good. Some of the women's moisturize. I mean, the things they have on the razor are pretty good.
I had one of our big fans, Chewbacca. He reached out to me and he said he heard me talk about on the podcast about shaving and about razors, and he said that I think maybe I mentioned that I use Gillette razors. Not that I'm a big fan of Gillette necessarily. It's just like the fucking only razors I know, right? So, but they were good. And but Chewbacca was saying try out Harry's razors. So I'm not sure. I've never tried, but I told him I'd check them out. I've heard them advertised. And he said that they work just as good, if not better, but less expensive. So
that'd be because those Gillette ones are
my razors
$50.
And my razors always seem to go missing sometimes, Panty Nectar.
Because I use them, you know that.
But you leave them in the shower.
No,
too.
I don't. I clean. Okay, after. Oh my god. My secrets. No, what I do is I collect them until I fill up. I use all 4 of them, and then I just put them back in there and throw the thing away. So you're not throwing away like a loose razor. You at least have it back in the plastic, and you can toss that whole thing.
Yeah. So one secret to that, and it's probably not a big secret, but a little hack is if you use like the Gillette razors or any razors that have like the moisturizer strip built into it, don't leave them in the shower, because if you leave them in the
get wet, freaking they'll dissolve.
Exactly. So like, so you could have like a tray of razors that are brand new, but you left in the shower.
Which I've been leaving them out of the shower.
I've
been leaving them on the
Things
outside.
are getting good around here.
I would love you should name off like just some of your biggest pet peeves with me. Like, people think I'm absolutely perfect, and I'm not. I leave the razors in the shower when I'm not using them.
I don't have any pet peeves, Panty Knicker. You don't, I think you're
wear
about
your
perfect.
Socks. I don't even. Okay, want me to name some of yours? No, I'm just kidding.
Go for it.
No. No, but shaving, I do leave the razors. I clean up after myself, but not all the time.
Yes.
So feet was the other topic that was highly requested. Feet.
Feet are always such a
and I know we've talked about it before,
interest.
but people want to hear about it again. And I thought, okay, we'll talk about it again.
I love talking about whatever the hell people want. I like talking about anything, really.
I know you do. You do, especially.
It's fun, man. When you can
if you
get
catch
and just bullshit.
If you catch Mr. P out somewhere, he will talk.
Yeah.
He will talk with you.
Yes. So if you see me somewhere,
he got excited.
Say, hey, I have a question, or not even a question. I am actually more interested to hear what other people have to say, believe it or not. I think that, and I think through conversation, that's the only way that you can really, have somebody tell you what the hell that or get the dialogue started and to get other people's thoughts.
Right.
So I'm always open to it.
I agree.
Like about these feet that you have right here wrapped up in
I
these
worked
tennis
out,
shoes.
and I know that people love seeing my feet. I am wearing your socks again.
Oh, yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. We need to have an effect when I hit. When I hit a chord. Look at all the hair on my socks, too. Yeah. But
you have sexy feet, Panty Nectar.
Do I?
I think so.
I'm like impartial to the feet thing. Like I enjoy doing it. Like, it's fun to just wave my feet and stick them in sand and do things that I want to do. But they don't.
I'm looking
like,
right here on the screen. I was just like, as you were having your feet in there, I was like looking, and it was like so cool to see your feet. It's just like in the whole foreground of what's going on.
Feet for me, they don't necessarily like turn me on. I've had people that are like into the foot sucking, toe sucking thing, and like, to be honest, it's not. I'm not totally not against it, but it's like it doesn't do a lot for me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm kind of into it. I think
Are you?
Like the toe sucking thing, like it's not something that we really do much of at all. But but I think it's kind of interesting.
You never suck my toe. Why don't you suck my toes?
Here she is, like, motherfucker, suck my toes.
Where's that at?
I think I
didn't know you were into feet.
No, well, I'm wondering right now if I should do it on the podcast. Suck your
do you
toes.
want to?
Yeah, let's see. Okay, here we go. So right here on the podcast.
Here, do this one.
Okay, so this is Panty Nectar's left foot, which she even got a workout this morning.
I was about to say I worked out this morning.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my God, you're gonna
should I go for the big toe? The second toe, the third, fourth, and the fifth toe. And you're kind of ticklish right there, too.
I am.
Let's see. Okay, I want to go for maybe just the... Why are you laughing at me so much?
Because this is great. This is new for us. Oh. That warm sensation does feel good, though.
Imagine how your lips feel on my dick.
Is that what that feels like? That warm? Yeah. Your tongue. Okay, maybe it does do something for me.
There's my socks bag.
Well,
my sock bag.
We just...
Is that my sock?
This is your sock.
I didn't know that. I was expecting some pushback on the comment that I just made, and you didn't say anything. I'm like, well, wait a second.
No lies around here. No. So you guys heard it here. We now have a foot fetish.
Yeah. Yep. Panty nectar. She wants her toes to be sucked.
So I do. I guess I just lied. I'm really sorry, guys. I just lied to you guys. That warm sensation of like your tongue, especially, and your lips. You have soft lips.
Yeah.
That like feels good.
Yeah. I mean, do some people have hard lips?
I don't, you know what I mean? Like if they're not, you have look at this big bottom lip. You have very pillowy lips. Like you have very
Pillowy
lips.
lips.
Yeah.
I've never heard pillowy lips.
Yeah.
Like I fucking just jump on it or something.
Like they're like, you got like nice.
David Goggins talks about being harder than woodpecker lips. I don't know if that's maybe
Yeah, you have soft lips.
Yeah.
And that felt good on my toes.
You have very soft lips.
Is
too,
that what my mouth feels like on your cock? Is it like soft like that?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like until the teeth get involved, if like a tooth accidentally ever fucking.
Yeah. Or you get like in a bad position that like really just doesn't work for that angle,
Yeah. That's shit. Dude,
We've found some positions where you're like, no, this hurts.
Oh, yeah. And I know I mentioned that before on here, but it's like, dude, like teeth rubbing across your dick is like razor blades, man. Mm-hmm. Like you might as well take that fucking hairy razor and just slice your dick a few times with it because that's
that bad.
Oh yeah, it's probably worse. Oh man, it is a very acute pain. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just a very. Oh my god, that shit hurt, and then it's kind of.
And then does it like sting for a while?
No, it goes away pretty quick, but it's just like when you get
not a turn on.
Yeah. Like when you get kicked in the balls or like your nuts get hit or something like that, like that shit lingers for a long time.
Does it?
Oh yeah. That's when like you get hit in the nuts. It's like, oh my God.
Some people like that pain though.
Yeah.
Some people like being kicked in the balls and in the dick and stuff.
I am actually very interested to hear what people have to say about that. I want to talk to somebody that's into that really enjoys kind of both sides of it. I would love to talk to somebody that like likes
does it and someone that receives it.
Yeah, on the giving and receiving end of it,
I saw a video on Twitter, I think it was maybe yesterday, and this guy was just like bent over and this woman just had like the front part of her foot, like at least this much of her foot, like in his ass and stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and she was just like going like,
oh yeah.
Like she was like fucking jamming it in there.
I didn't see that video, but I've seen videos of like it's amazing. Like if you just take out like the sexual gratification that people receive from it, or even if you think it's just completely fucking nasty, it doesn't matter. Like when you think about how wide someone's ass can spread.
Can it get wide?
Well, I mean, you see it on the fucking internet all the time.
Well,
you see it on the internet all the time, of like someone that has their fucking elbow up in somebody's ass.
I have not seen a video like that.
Oh. Bullshit. You're telling me that.
I haven't.
You're telling me. You're telling me.
I've watched a lot of freaky stuff.
You've never seen a video
an elbow
of somebody
up in a fucking ass.
That's
I've never
somebody
seen.
Getting fisted.
I've actually never seen a video of someone. I've maybe watched one video before, but I know if I feel like it's going to give me an inkling of some like, then I won't, like heebie-jeebies, you know what I mean? Then I don't watch it.
You're afraid you'd like it too much. That's a problem.
I need to give in to my fantasies.
Like, just one fist. Now I got to go with two.
In the ass, though?
Oh, absolutely.
Interesting.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, they make like fucking dildos that are.
But doesn't your like colon and stuff end up like?
I don't know. I'm not fucking Dr.
Because if you're
Phil
like this
over here.
deep
Dr.
in a
Oz.
fucking, I guess you go in
Dr.
like
Drew.
this, not necessarily like this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So they have no shit dildos that are a forearm. Like a forearm that's a dildo and then goes up to a wrist. And that is like I've seen them.
I think
to
I've
where
seen
like the hand is this shape right here, where like the fingers are together at the tips. But I've also seen them like this, like where it's like fisted up, like you're going to punch somebody. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
my ass likes a lot of things, but it would take a lot for me to relax for a fist.
Your ass likes bananas. I know that.
So many people were triggered just now hearing that.
Yeah. You'd have to go to Twitter to see that one, or Reddit.
Oh my gosh, that's a good video. That was fun. People were mad I didn't put something on the banana. I'm like, you guys, it's a clean banana, I promise.
You ought to do something else, like I don't know, maybe a cucumber.
I was thinking eggplant.
Eggplant.
Something like round and not like a big, like not like a
like a small eggplant.
Not like a wide one, but one of those long big ones. What else is another
long big one? Okay.
What else is another like?
I don't know, like cucumbers.
Not those Mexican cucumbers that are
fucking 3 feet long.
And the real skinny ones.
Or like the ones that are real bumpy. They have those cucumbers that are like real
They have bumpy cucumbers?
Oh, yeah. They have like, like pumpkins. You've seen the pumpkins?
Like pumpkins.
Not the crazy pumpkins that have the, like fucking, they look like they're, I don't know, man. Like warts all over.
Yeah.
Those are nasty looking to me. I'm not really sure what people find appealing about those pumpkins.
It's like aesthetic. They can put it with something that it's decorative.
Like other goblin shit or something. It looks like
you're thinking of witches that have fucking. Yeah. Oh my god, that's so.
But no,
funny.
like the cucumbers. There's cucumbers that have like just fucking like little.
A zucchini.
Lumps all over them. Zucchini would be good. Squash would be good because squash has like that.
But they're like round on the top.
Squash would be like a good butt plug in the sense of like it's round on the top and you can shove it in your ass.
Yeah.
And then, I wonder how many people.
Maybe we'll try some veggies out one day.
You should get your daily dose of fruit and veggies.
That's
squash in the ass and maybe, I don't know.
Oh my god!
A few strawberries in your pussy or something like that.
We need to talk about like enemas and stuff one day.
Yeah,
Go into that.
We were actually yesterday discussing coffee enemas.
Yeah.
And not that I've ever tried a coffee enema. I don't.
No, but
I've honestly tried any enema for. Dude, I had a friend I used to work with. That dude was, as a matter of fact, he did coffee enemas. I forgot about that entirely. Oh, he said it hits you hard, man.
They like the caffeine?
No, like when coffee makes you shit, right?
Oh, so as soon as you pull that stuff out, you gotta
he's like you gotta go bad.
Yeah,
because he was giving himself. He was one of those guys that
gives me goosebumps. Ooh.
Have you ever heard of Dave Asprey? He's a founder of Bulletproof Coffee and that whole brand and stuff. And it's like life hack stuff, right? Like he interesting viewpoints that he has. And so he went, apparently he went pretty deep into coffee enemas around this time. And my friend was, I don't know if Dave Asprey has a podcast or what it was. And this was, 8 years ago or so. But he was just doing regular enemas. And then he jumped over to the fucking dark side and started doing coffee enemas.
Yeah, that's a whole nother. I watched a show about the coffee enema people. And or maybe it was an addiction show. And this lady was like addicted to coffee enemas, which like too much, is probably not that good for your insides. You know what I mean?
Blowing out your ass with coffee every day.
Yeah. Like,
I want the darkest roast I can get. This medium roast is too weak.
Oh my gosh. I think their thing was like they thought they were going to get some kind of cancer or something. So they were just like over obsessive with the cleaning out of their colon or whatever it is. Yeah. It's
That's
crazy.
A serious
we should
issue,
try. We should try to do one day. Both of us, you and me.
Like
we
me
should
give you one.
No, both of us do one.
So like
and
us
we can
line
lay
up
sideways.
side by side with our fucking asses in there, like fucking stick an enema in it or what?
You don't put your ass
like,
in
all right,
there.
babe, you ready?
You just like sit there and you relax and you do something that like pushes it, gets it to go in.
So are you like watching Netflix at this time?
I think
like, what's going
I don't
on?
know. Yeah, you're just chilling for a little bit. You're on your phone just chilling. And then like however long it is, 15, 30 minutes, then you take it out.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I need a little bit more convincing than that.
For your health.
It's for my health. No, I'm actually very interested because I know that, of course, this is not to make light of that there are serious medical reasons to and benefits. If talk to we are just here joking around, and if you have something going on, please talk to your doctor as just a full disclaimer. But yeah, I don't have any just calls to shove a fucking enema in my ass.
Yeah, maybe we'll get there. Well, you guys heard it here, all about feet, all about shaving, and then a little bit of coffee enemas at the end. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please leave a review, a 5-star review, wherever you're listening. And you can always listen for free at pantynectar.com. Until next time, you guys.
See ya, Panty Nectar.